Hello, and since we don't have any footage today about the food we ate yesterday, because it wouldn't be very exciting to you, we thought we would take this opportunity to talk to you about food poisoning. A lot of lessons learned yesterday, and we made it through, and we definitely have an idea as to what happened. So we thought what we do is we teach you a little bit about food poisoning. It might help you in the future as well. So a lot of people asked on Facebook, how did we know it was the seafood pancakes? Well, that was mistake number one. As soon as Mia cut into the seafood pancake, she said, "Oh, it's a little undercooked in the middle." Well, we were hungry, we were so carefree, we just really didn't care, and all of us just kind of dove in anyway. Interestingly enough about Mia is that Mia likes the crispiness of the outside of the pancake, so she didn't eat any of that. She just ate the outside. Mia was the only one who did not get horribly sick. She didn't feel fabulous, but she did not get really, really sick. The rest of us who did eat the middle, because we all ate a variety of things. Some people say, well, don't you think it's the water? Well, no, because Mia and Will have been both drinking the water for months now, and that's not been an issue. And so a lot of people thought it was the beef tartare, but no, this literally was pretty obvious when it happened. Food poisoning usually sets in about 4 hours after you've eaten the food.
Or sooner if you get a lot.
He knows this because it hit him the first. Another interesting fact is I feel the healthiest person in the group, which is John, was the first one to have results. In other words, his body was like, get this out of here, and it exploded its way out. And so he was the first one to develop symptoms while the rest of us continued on to our merry day. And then about 4 hours later, it started hitting all of us. So that was fascinating. So a few things I wrote down today as little tips, as things to know about. So we were coming to a country that we knew we'd be getting tons of probiotics, and we thought, what do we need probiotics to bring them for? That was a mistake. Probiotics are great in food, but when you're really using them for healing purposes, it's great to have an oral probiotic. And next time, I would probably not only take my regular probiotic, but I would take Max Support. Max Support is a probiotic that we have that's just a little bit stronger than usual. And if you're going to a country where you need a little extra support, would you think that's a good thing to do?
Yeah, I would say the Max and the Complete Probiotic.
Right. And if it's a child, they can continue taking their regular probiotic.
They could just up the frequency if they
Right,
need
up it a little bit. So the next thing is I tell this to patients all the time, but didn't do it myself. If you're traveling, you need to bring parasite cleansers. So typically the the Paratox 11 and 22. 22 is for microscopic and protozoa and parasites. The 11 is for worms, right? And so having those two would be great to take.
Or
and just
Paracid Forte.
Yeah, and Paracid Forte is another really good one. That kind of covers both of them, but that's a good thing. Just take one a day, and then you can always up it if something happens, or one twice a day. Really is really what you should do. And then if you have children, the black walnut is great. It's tasty and it's easy to give them. And then there's a homeopathic, the Paracord by Energetics. That's another product that's great because it doesn't really taste like much of anything, and it's easy to give everybody in the family. But it is a homeopathic. So anytime you're traveling with homeopathics, you have to put them in special bags, of which we have if you ever need that. So here's the thing that I learned the fastest from this, that I wish you would have told me before I did it. Don't use a medicine to stop diarrhea. The reason you don't is you want to get it out. Your body is very smart and it wants to get rid of whatever you just consumed. So if you take a medication, then you're stopping the process from naturally getting out of you. So that's why it's people that typically go, like some of our patients will go to Mexico and they just automatically start Imodium
AD.
or Pepto-Bismol. They say, oh, I'm just going to use it as precautionary. Those are the people that get the sickest a year or so down the road because they got the parasites and they never were able to get them out. So don't use things like that as a preventative. If you have to take like a long bus ride and you really need to stop it for a short period of time, that's one thing. But as long as you're near a bathroom, let it get out as much as possible. If you're vomiting, small sips of liquid, don't overdo it. Very, very tiny sips at a time. Popsicles are great, but we found out yesterday that popsicles are not very big in Korea, so we didn't get any. Sad. Apple slices, those also work really well because they kind of bind as well with the diarrhea, and they're just refreshing. And then, of course, bone broth of any sort. So Mia went to the store for us yesterday and got us a bunch of broth that we were able to sip on, which was definitely very soothing. The reason the broth is so good is because it has minerals in it that kind of replace all that you're wasting. And so the fatigue happens from the loss of the minerals. After a while, you can graduate to some rice and maybe some toast. Yesterday, we sent Mia on many runs yesterday, but one of the things we sent her for was cookies, which is hysterical because I truly have not had a cookie. I don't even remember the last time I had a cookie, but I was like craving a cookie, and it really did settle my stomach. So something that was kind of binding and sweet to help give me some energy was actually very soothing yesterday. If you have it, or you should take it with you, peppermint oil is also fantastic because peppermint oil you can rub on your tummy and it not only kills the parasites and bacterias, but it also will help kill the nausea. If you put a drop of peppermint oil on the tip of your tongue, it also works very well. And then if you don't have any of those, peppermint gum can be helpful. Sleep. You're going to be tired because of the lack of minerals that you're getting rid of. If you have a place where you have a juicer and celery is an option, just juicing celery is one of the best things to replace your electrolytes. But the real best thing is coconut water, which shocked me that Korea didn't. I guess if we were in the bigger part of the city, maybe we would have found it. I think because it's not that far from Thailand, they should have coconut water. But we really weren't in a place where we could get it. We'll probably find it today, but that wasn't an option yesterday. The last thing is to follow up with testing afterwards. We can't stress this enough. We see a lot of parasites in people, and they cause a whole host of issues. Everything from digestion to malabsorption, lots of different other problems. So when you get back from something like this, either do some sort of a parasitology stool test, or we're looking forward to getting back and doing the cyber scan that's going to be able to tell us exactly what parasites it's energetically picking up, so we can treat directly with those. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, today, so yesterday we missed one of our first cooking classes, but gratefully they're going to let us do it on Thursday. It's going to be different things that we're going to be making, but we're going to get to do a class on Thursday. So we really didn't miss much of anything yesterday. Today we're going to a kimchi cooking class because nothing says post-day vomiting like a good kimchi cooking class. I'm going to do it. And I don't know how much of it I'll eat, but it'll probably help me.
Yep.
I would think. And then tonight we have Jason Mraz concert. Jason Mraz is one of our favorite artists, and he happens to be here in Seoul while we're here. So we're going to be going to see Jason tonight. All right. We'll give you some good information tomorrow. Today was definitely educational. All the best to you. Bye.
Goodbye.